sound?
I hear that sound.
That's the sound of love right there.
WNED PBS welcomes you into our kitchen
Let's do a little drizzling.
Wow.
Yeah.
for your favorite local show for foodies. Now We're Cooking Live. Kick back and relax while local chefs prepare their signature dishes just for you. Get ready because now we're cooking live.
Hello, I'm Peter Hall, and joining me is Nancy Hammond. And it's our pleasure to welcome you back once again to our new local cooking special, Now We're Cooking Live. Joining us today in our studio are 4 fantastic chefs from all around the Buffalo region.
And Peter, we're so extremely excited to welcome these wonderful chefs who are sharing their valuable time and expertise with us. Each of them will be preparing some delicious dishes for us tonight, so you are in for a treat. The chefs are Chef Jaspal Bath, owner and head chef at India Gate. Executive Chef Fred Torrell from Wegmans in Hamburg, New York. Chef Suphankomut, owner and head chef at Thai Bistro. And our first guest is Executive Chef Stephen Forman, owner of Thyme-N-Honey and Regional Executive Chef for Delaware North. Let's learn more about him.
Chef Stephen Forman is a graduate of SUNY Cobleskill for Professional Chef and Buffalo State College with a BS in Food Systems Management. With 30 years of professional experience, Chef Forman's passion pushes him to develop other chefs. He is the Regional Executive Chef for Delaware North Sportservice in Buffalo, New York. Besides his professional career, Chef Forman is an entrepreneur. He started Thyme-N-Honey in 2020 during the pandemic and has increased his presence of the cooking class operation into many homes. Thyme-N-Honey's Thursday evening live demonstrations on their Facebook platform has developed a following that enjoys their many culinary tips and techniques to improve their home enthusiasts' culinary repertoire. This is Chef Forman's second appearance on Now We're Cooking Live. Let's welcome him back to our kitchen.
Chef Forman, thank you so much for coming back and joining us again for this delicious special.
Absolutely.
It smells wonderful in here. What are you going to make for us tonight?
So tonight we are going to be making a harissa chicken
Okay.
and chorizo sausage stew with red lentils and chickpeas.
Sounds wonderful.
It's amazing.
All right, so what do you have going on in that pot right now?
So right now I've already sweated down my chicken and my chorizo sausage.
Okay.
I want to get ahead of the game here. We want to make sure that we got it nicely cooked. We want to caramelize it. We got to create our flavors.
Yep.
That's everything about cooking, is we want to make sure we're creating our flavors. Now that my pan is hot, we're going to start adding some of our nice fine cut ingredients. We're going to add some diced onion.
Okay.
And I have some red pepper here.
Beautiful.
Okay. And we're going to keep sauteing it because, again, we're trying to capture flavor. So caramelizing allows me to bring out the natural sugars that are in everything, and it's going to start deglazing. It's going to start creating this little flavor at the bottom, and then eventually we're going to start adding more ingredients so we get all of the flavors that we're looking for.
And did you start with oil in the pot, or did you
just a little bit, yep.
Okay.
And I diced my, I have nice chicken breast, some chorizo,
yeah, beautiful.
Sausage there, a little Spanish sausage there to just increase that spiciness that I want to have in my dish, along with the harissa spice, right?
Right.
A nice North African pepper. It's a red chili pepper, and it's a paste, and we're going to include that into the dish again.
So this is just slightly spicy? A little sweet?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say around a 7.
Okay.
Can you handle that?
I can.
Okay, cool.
Certainly can. I got my spoon ready.
Awesome. So again, what we're doing is we're caramelizing, making sure that we're capturing the flavors. That's one thing as chefs, we want to make sure we find the right steps and a sequence so that we're always building the flavor profile that we're looking for. So that's what I'm doing right now. So the cooking technique is important, as well as having fine ingredients as well.
And you know, it's important to have everything ready ahead of time, right? I know some chefs like to just kind of cut as they go along, and you get to one point where you say, oh, I'm not ready, and you have your pan going.
All of this is called mise en place. Everybody say mise en place.
Mise en place.
There you go. You sound amazing out there today. That basically means things in place. And as a chef, we need to have everything ready to go. So as you see me constantly using the steps I need to increase my flavor profile, I have some nice spice blend, paprika, coriander, and cumin. We're gonna add this now into my dish. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Now, the reason why I'm adding it right now is because I want the spices to actually kind of brown a little bit at the bottom of the pan, because the fragrance is going to be released much more powerful. So as instead of just throwing it into liquid, I don't give it a chance to actually energize itself. Like spices, especially when I cook with, I try to use whole spices. What I did, whole coriander seed and whole cumin seed, I'll heat them in a pan and then I'll grind them because of the, exactly. So what happens is it's like when it's not toasted, the seed kind of sits there like a couch potato.
Yeah.
But then when I warm it up, all of a sudden I got the Bill's Mafia at the stadium. It just comes alive. It's crazy. It goes crazy. But what I'm doing is I'm capturing all those flavors so they'll be incorporated into my dish. So if you look at the bottom of the pan, look at that. You see that's going on there? Now smell.
It smells amazing.
Amazing.
Do you guys agree out there? It smells amazing.
All right, so we got that going on, right?
Right.
So now what we want to do is we want to add our little harissa right here. Okay. Again, we want that to start deglazing the pan a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can hear that sizzling.
So the pepper is called the bakloti pepper. The bakloti pepper is, again, grown in North Africa. It has a nice kick to it. And again, it's what they use to create the harissa paste that we just had. Okay. Now we're going to add fresh coriander, which is cilantro, bam, and parsley. We're going to put that in there.
Okay.
And again, notice I haven't added my broth, and I also want to add a little garlic now into this.
Gotta have garlic.
Gotta have garlic. I don't know. You want to. 1 spoon or 2 spoon garlic?
2. More garlic, the better.
There we go.
More
More
the
garlic.
better.
She said it.
Yes.
There you go. Hand clap for the garlic. Give it up for the garlic. Okay, so now we got, oh, look at this. Come on, look at that. That looks absolutely amazing.
Oh, and yes. Oh my gosh. It smells even better.
So now, if you look at the bottom, a lot of times people say, "Oh, my pan's
the
burnt."
pan's burnt.
But
Pan's burnt,
no,
yep.
you think it's burnt, right?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Now I'm going to take my broth, right? Watch what happens. I'm going to kind of like deglaze the pan, and all the flavors at the bottom of the pot are going to be fused now into the broth.
Nice.
Hear that sound?
Yeah.
Amazing. There we go. Now look at the bottom of the pan. Now look at it. Just lift it. Look at it.
Clean.
Look at that. You see that?
Perfect.
Oh, this is coming along really, really good, people. This is coming along great. Okay, so now we're going to add our lentils and our chickpeas. Now, people a lot of times might just leave the stew at this right now, just a lot of meat and a lot of flavor, right?
Yep.
I'm a person, I want to inject some nutrition. I want to be able to put some flavors or some element in there that's going to be good for our body. So I have chickpeas, and also, if you see the liquid there?
Yeah, so you're using the liquid as well? You don't
Because
drain
it's
it?
flavor.
Okay.
That's flavor. That's called agua faba.
Agua faba.
Agua faba.
Agua faba.
Look at you guys. You guys are amazing.
There's so many recipes that tell you to drain.
Right, and they will, because
peas.
certain things, like for instance, some people will try to make a falafel with canned chickpeas.
Right.
I wouldn't, but a lot of people do. You want to drain them because you don't want it to be too moist, right? You got to be able to mold the falafel and fry it properly. So now we got that, and now red lentil.
So why red over green or brown?
You know what?
Any reason?
Preference.
Okay, just color.
Yeah, yeah, because it's orange. It's already a red, right? I'm gonna like red. Now you put that in there. Cover it. Oh, look what we got here. We are. Look at that. You're amazing.
See, I'm good.
Nancy, how did you do that?
I love to cook.
You are amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow.
Thank
you see
you.
what she did there?
I've been working all day.
The old
Working all
switcheroo.
day.
The old switcheroo. Okay, so we're gonna let that stew.
Okay.
I believe they can get recipes. I think you guys are gonna give
We've
our
got
recipes
them
out.
Yep, we can get them on the website.
Awesome.
You know, Chef Forman, you were here with us in February. So what have you been up to since you've been here last?
So Thyme-N-Honey is a company that I started during COVID, and what I do is I provide cooking lessons. And my partner, Corey Kadish, and I, we work together and we offer public classes. So they can go to our website, buffalocookingclass.com, and what we'll do is we'll offer various kinds of cooking classes. It could be Mediterranean one day, Moroccan one day, it could be Mexican, Italian, a lot of different versions that we offer, and they're very simple. You can register right online and just come to the class. You'll do something just like we're doing right right now.
Okay.
And then afterwards, you get to eat everything you made.
See, that's so
Come
great.
on.
All right, say that website one more time.
BuffaloCookingClass.com.
BuffaloCookingClass.com.
Yep. BuffaloCookingClass.com. So now, one of the things that I haven't done yet because the broth is a little salty. It's got a little sodium in it, right? So I have to be careful about how much salt I add to my dish. Now, salt is a very important component to cooking, but we also want to do it in moderations, right? We don't want too much salt. We got to be very careful. But salt does two things to food. Salt minimizes the bitterness that's in food, and it elevates the natural sweeteners that are in food. So we always got to be able to add just a snippet of salt. Just a little bit. Okay? And then we're going to taste it. We know this isn't done because we put the lentils in, but I do want to taste the flavor.
And how long would the lentils have to cook normally?
About 30 minutes.
Okay.
Nancy, jump. Jump in there, Nancy.
Yeah,
Follow me.
All right, I got to get some of that chorizo too.
Yeah, you do.
All right, hold on.
It's going to have a nice little...
Oh, wow.
So you taste those flavors, right? And like I said, that salt helps.
That's
It's not
so good.
doesn't taste salty, right? It just tastes
Not
flavorful.
salty at all. And the heat just builds a little bit. It's nice at first and then just kind of builds, but it's not overly spicy. That's perfect.
So again, that's why we use salt in moderation. We have to be very careful about how much salt we add. We don't want to overboard. My thing is this, people have to learn how foods are used and how foods as a molecular structure react to our body, and then what other elements affect food. So salt affects food in a very good way, but again, when we consume it, we got to be careful how much we have. So, all right, are we ready to get a bowl of soup?
Yes, we are. We've got about a minute and a half left, so
what I'm going to do is
plate this.
Watch what I'm going to do for you.
I'll leave that.
So what I want to do, I have some pitas down here. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a bread lover, and I love dipping bread into some soup or stew, right?
Everything's better with
my
bread.
man over there is like, yes, yes,
Right on the
yes.
grill.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an open flame, and I'm going to just kind of like do that while we go ahead and scoop you some stew, right? But instead of doing that, getting a little sloppy. Look at this.
Nice.
So I'm going to put that there.
Nice.
But look what I do. This is what I would do. This is how I would eat it. I wouldn't eat it in a bowl. I would do this. I'd have it on the stove, and I'm gonna take my pita, break it off.
Yes.
Let's dip in right here, right in the pot, right in the pot.
Oh, that is nice and hot. Woo.
Huh?
Oh, fantastic. I'm just gonna put it right
and
there.
And there you go. That's the money shot. But this is where we're at. This is where we're at.
That is fantastic.
That's where we're at, right?
Oh my gosh, and so easy to make.
There you got it. So again, the recipe I think you guys will be having on the website and everything.
Yes.
So this was awesome.
Excellent.
I appreciate
well,
you
thank
so
you, Chef
much.
Forman. It has been so
amazing.
wonderful to have you here.
Thank you very much.
You. And as we make way for our next chef, let me introduce you to two of my colleagues, Dallas Taylor and Heather Hare. They're going to tell you how to support WNED PBS in programs like Now We're Cooking Live. It's your pledge made today that helps keep this show on the air.
Hello there. My name is Dallas Taylor, and with me is Heather Hare. And in fact, I can tell you, and in fact, Mies and Heather can tell you that the smells in the room are really, really great. And the audience can attest. If I tell them to applause, they will applause because they agree that it smells amazing. There we go. But we're having so much fun bringing back Now We're Live, Now We're Cooking Live here on WNED PBS, and we truly hope that all of you in our live studio audience and all of you at home are happy to see this program back. We encourage you to call in or go online tonight and make a donation to support shows such as this one that you're watching right now. It's very important that we hear from you. Local programming on your WNED PBS station can only happen with your support. Members, you're our community, you're our family, you are the backbone of everything that we do here. Right, Heather?
Totally agree. And we are really enjoying ourselves. Nancy and Peter are having fun in the kitchen while we're standing over here only getting to smell it. And the chefs are doing what they do best. And if you're enjoying this even half as much as we are, Right now is the time to become a member and support local programs like this one on this local PBS station. Here's an easy way to show your support by donating and grabbing yourselves some of these Now We're Cooking Live thank you gifts.
Support your local WNED PBS station as a $6 monthly sustainer or $72 annually, and we'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron. Or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly, and we'll thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Or donate $150, and we'll thank you with a special Thyme-N-Honey cooking class for 2 people with Executive Chef Stephen Forman. This live cooking class will feature personal instruction in a small group setting. And if you love cooking as much as we do, join our new Now We're Cooking Club. For just $20 monthly or $240 annually, you'll receive invitations to exclusive quarterly in-studio culinary events and cooking demonstrations. Learn the latest information about local restaurants, find out about discounted and free class opportunities, receive a Now We're Cooking apron, and so much more. Your gift supports WNED, your local PBS station, and our efforts to highlight local restaurants and chefs. All you have to do is visit us online or call the number on your screen. Thank you.
Well, those are some really great thank you gifts and so unique to this program and a perfect gift for fellow cooking lovers. If it were me, I'd definitely choose an apron because when I cook, there's usually more food on my clothes than there is on the plate. But that's the one I'd pick. No matter which one you pick, you'll always remember the day you became a member of WNED PBS. A member who supports not only this station, but their local chefs, their local restaurants, and their importance in the fabric of our community. We drive by these restaurants just about every single day, and we stop in just about every single day just to try out some of their treats that they have for us. If you want to try out any of the recipes that you see here today, you can find them online at wned.org/nowwe'recooking. We also want to tell you that Restaurant Week in Buffalo is happening right now. It started today, and it goes until Sunday, October 29th. So consider visiting some of your local restaurants this week and support our community. Let's do it together, like one big happy family.
Speaking of together, you can be here together with WNED PBS throughout the year when you turn your contribution into an ongoing monthly sustaining gift. It's the way I give, it's the way Dallas gives, and your support happens automatically through your credit or debit card each month. Decide the level that's right for your budget. $10 or $20 a month might seem small, but it adds up to make a big impact over time. Your monthly gift helps cooking programs, local and national, thrive all year round. It also ensures the longevity of this program and local programs like it. And when you become a sustaining member of this station, you automatically get access to Passport. My favorite is Passport. Learn a little bit more now.
It was a moment of madness. It was the sanest thing I've ever done.
You have only known him a week.
Looks like paradise. I'll never stop loving you.
Who I am, or who I was.
Call me Annika.
It looks like you put up a fight.
I always get to the truth.
You can no longer sit by and say, this isn't my problem.
When I first used Passport and I saw all the programs available, I was immediately hooked. You already know the show that I was hooked on. It was
Victoria.
Victoria. It's my favorite. But I'm sure if you got Passport tonight, you'll be hooked on a show just because of just the visuals of all the program. I guarantee you'll be hooked to it, and you'll be watching at 3 a.m. At just $5 a month for an excellent streaming service, you can't pass that up. So call now. You could be streaming your favorite PBS program on Passport later tonight at 3 a.m. Right, Heather?
I won't be streaming it at 3 a.m., but it is an amazing deal. And don't forget about the other thank you gifts designed specifically around this type of program. You're going to want to get these yourself, and they are wonderful. It's the apron. You can have that as a thank you gift for $5 a month or $60 a year. You could do the cookbook stand or iPad stand for $10 a month or $120 a year. Or you could do a Thyme-N-Honey gift certificate. That's a $150 lump sum payment, and you get to hang out with Chef Forman, which is amazing. Or at the $20 a month or $240 a year level, you can join the Now We're Cooking Club, which is a ton of fun. to do. We have a Facebook group. You could get a taste of it right now if you'd like to join. It is a lot of fun. You get to learn a lot, and it's our first foray into clubs, so definitely check that out.
You can definitely hang out with the community of cook lovers that are already in the group.
Yes.
That are all there with us. So please join the club. It's a lot of fun, and you can learn more about the recipes that everyone else has to share. But for right now, we're going to go back into the kitchen and with our next chef and with our next lovely host. So please enjoy.
Jaspal Bath is the chef and owner of India Gate, an authentic Indian restaurant in Western New York specializing in North Indian cuisine. He's been cooking since the age of 18, having learned to cook from his father and brother. India Gate is Buffalo's longest-standing Indian restaurant and has 2 locations on Elmwood and Hurdle Avenues. Let's welcome Chef Bath into our Now We're Cooking Live kitchen.
Chef Bath, thanks so much for coming down.
How are you?
Oh, this is great. This is great. Well, I already know, but tell everybody what you plan to cook today.
So today we are cooking butter chicken tikka masala, which we combined chicken tikka and chicken makhni together and came up with butter chicken tikka masala.
Now, wait a minute, wait a minute. I've had butter chicken, and I've had chicken tikka masala, but yours is the only place where I've ever had butter chicken tikka masala all together. How did you come up with that?
In my dreams. We combined this dish and went to Taste of Buffalo with it, won so many awards for it, already 5 awards or 4 awards if I'm not counting right. And then today is my pleasure to show you how to cook it.
Oh, great, great.
Yeah, ready.
So I've had it at the restaurant. Big portions, by the way, folks. If you want to go away full, go to India Gate. So you've already started.
Yeah, so we already started caramelizing onions and bell peppers, tomatoes with our ghee, no oil, and now we will put our minced garlic.
Okay, now tell everybody what ghee is.
Ghee is basically a butter that is heated up previously and broken up, so the fats and fat and the good ghee get separated. And that's what ghee is. And
so all that weird stuff that floats to the top, you get rid of that.
You get
and
rid
what you're
of
left
that.
with is the clear ghee.
Clear ghee, that is your healthiest thing. The good thing about ghee, when you recook with it, it doesn't break. So all the fat, all the bad fats are already gone. So you're left with all the good fats.
So you don't cook with oil, you cook with ghee.
Yes. We do use oil, but little bit of it.
Wow. Smells great.
And now
sorry, Dallas. Sorry, Heather. It's really good.
We put ginger and minced garlic in it, and now we will put our chicken tikka that we marinated and cooked in a clay oven.
Okay. What if we don't have a clay oven at home? What do we do?
A regular oven would work, and then while it's cooking there, we'll teach you how to marinate the chicken tikka. It's the healthiest thing in the world if you're looking for protein. So first thing you start with chicken.
Oh, chicken.
And then you put we make our garam masala. And then this is our homemade yogurt.
But if you don't have garam masala, you can use
cumin seed
powder. Okay.
Yep. And then
if you don't have homemade yogurt, you can use
Greek yogurt.
Okay, plain Greek yogurt.
Plain Greek yogurt.
Non-fat or fat, doesn't matter?
Fat preferably.
Oh, okay.
And then our turmeric, curry powder. And then a little bit of salt.
Okay.
The good stuff, ginger garlic paste.
How did you make that?
Just ginger, garlic, and water. Nothing fancy about it.
But you did it with a knife yourself, right?
No, you use a food processor.
Oh.
You don't have to do it with a knife. And then cinnamon powder.
Oh my gosh.
And then you just mix it. That's your marination.
Wow.
And the turmeric will give you the color that you need. And if you're not coming up, we'll just put more turmeric. And then let it sit for hour or two, and then cook it in a regular oven.
You need a towel here?
No, I'm just gonna toss my gloves now.
Oh, okay.
The chicken is, that's how the marination will be done. So we'll come on this part. How does this look?
That looks great. This looks great.
You should put a sauce on it. So
right
this,
now, wait a minute. We're ready for the sauce?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm just making a joke that you should put more sauce on it. You don't catch on to it. Come on, man.
Get with it.
All right.
Okay.
This is our buttered chicken tikka sauce.
Okay.
So this is basically, you take a tomatoes and onions and then chop it up with your hands, not with the food processor.
Now we use our hands.
Yes.
Okay. Chop it up.
Chop it up, and then we just gonna use the same spices that we use for the chicken. You're gonna use the ginger garlic paste. You're gonna use ginger and garlic. You're gonna use turmeric. You're gonna use cumin powder, garam masala, and then let it cook with water.
Okay.
Once you let it cook with water, once it's soft and nice, then you blend it.
Now use the food
now
processor.
Now use the food processor.
Okay.
And then you blend it, and then you put and then goes back into the pan again.
Uh-huh.
And then you put a little bit of heavy cream in it. That's where the butter comes up in the sauce.
Oh, okay.
And the butter also goes in here too. And now we are ready for the sauce.
Amazing.
And and after you put the sauce, you let it simmer.
Simmer with?
This is the fennel Greek, and make sure you crush it.
With your fingers?
With your fingers.
How are you doing?
Nice and easy.
Fennel Greek.
What if so this is Indian food. People think, oh, Indian food is so spicy. There's nothing spicy in it. So it's a myth. There's a lot of spices, not spicy.
Ah.
So we gotta break that stereotype somehow.
Oh, we gotta have everyone say it. Oh, okay. Let's say it. It's spices, not spicy. Very good.
But if you wanna make it spicy,
yeah,
then we have this weapon.
The secret weapon?
Secret weapon, not so much.
Good.
We'll tell you the secret weapon. It's the red chilies that you buy from your grocery store, and then green chilies, and you blend them with water and a little bit of oil.
Okay.
Yes, and then that is your hot sauce.
Wow.
Do you want spicy or mild?
Mild.
Okay, then. All right, we'll spare him.
Thank you.
He disappointed you guys.
Sorry.
And then also, once it's cooking like this, then you put the garam masala to give more color to it.
Oh, okay.
And then a little bit of salt, just so the sweetness of the tomatoes and everything comes together, and salt.
Okay. So we've heard that before. Salt actually makes things sweeter. The salt brings out the sweetness.
Yes, it does. It works with tomatoes and bell peppers or fenugreek. It complement each other. Okay. The spices, the cinnamon powder works with chilies. It enhances their spiciness to it. It brings out more chilies. That's why vindaloo is spicy, because of the cinnamon. And so we have so many tricks in the restaurant. If you want to come, please come. We'll tell you all about it.
Well,
all right?
I wanted to ask you that. So you have two restaurants going simultaneously, one on Elmwood,
yes,
you know, kind of near the art gallery, and you also have one on Hurdle.
Yes.
So, but there's only one of you. So how do you run two restaurants at the same time?
It's all family.
Oh my gosh.
So family is the key. So I usually mostly on Hurdle, and then my brother and my father is on Elmwood as well. And I go in the morning and on Elmwood, help them out, and then come to Hurdle. And Hurdle one opens doesn't open for lunch, so I can help on Elmwood Avenue.
Okay.
So
now another question. Your portions are so big. How come?
We're Indians. We're generous people.
You're generous people.
So we want to give back.
Now, when you say you are the only authentic Indian restaurant in Buffalo, what does that mean?
Authentic Indian restaurant, we use real spices. We don't use too much sugar in the our sauces. So a lot of places, if you go to Indian restaurant, if the butter chicken is tasting sweet, run away. It shouldn't be that much sweet. The sweetness should come from the tomatoes and the onions from itself.
Okay. And when you say this cooking is from northern India.
Yes.
Now, when you say that, if you're talking to an Italian, there's a huge difference between northern Italy, central Italy, and southern Italy. What's the difference in India, northern, central, and south?
Northern Indian is more more Mughal based, Mughal inspired cooking, more cream in it. Southern Indian is more harder foods because they're harder climates, and there's a theory that if you eat spicy food, it helps you to calm down in harder weathers. So northern is a little bit cold. We eat more cream food, and so it keeps the body warm and everything. That's the trick behind it. And we don't know anything about Southern Indian food. We are only in North Indian cuisine.
Okay.
I know my strengths and weaknesses.
So in Buffalo, in the winter, we should eat Northern Indian food.
Yes.
And then in the summer, we should add a little spice to it.
Yep. Then make it spicier, Northern food, and then you are all good. And I think
this looks like I would not like it, but if you want to add some, go ahead.
I will spare it since you are the only one tasting right now.
Right, my spoon.
Alrighty. Let me plate it up for you and.
Oh, a ceremonial plate.
Yes.
Love that.
Copper and gold, that's the Indian thing.
Why is copper and gold an Indian thing?
Just it is. And then we put some cilantro on the top.
Cilantro.
And that calms the dish down.
Oh, okay. Wow. So, once again, generous portion.
It is generous portion. And usually eat it with garlic naan or rice or regular naan.
So, where's the garlic naan?
At Alamud or Hurdle.
Boy, you're right. Not too sweet. No sugar.
There's no sugar.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
I got to get a little piece of chicken here, or a big piece. And now cilantro, I always thought of that as sort of a, I don't know, like a South American or Mexican spice, but you use it too.
Yes, Indian people use a lot of cilantro and basil and spinach. That is all part of Northern Indian cuisine. And actually in Punjab, that's what the green stuff is, Punjabi stuff.
Wow.
Yes.
So family restaurant.
Yes.
2 locations, Elmwood
and Hurdle Avenue.
And remind me, which one is not open for lunch?
Hurdle is open from 2 to 10.
Hurdle 2 to 10.
And Elmwood is open 11 to 10.
Okay, so lunch, go to Elmwood, Hurdle for dinner, or dinner for both. That's great.
Yes.
Generous portions, and oh, speaking of generous portions, they make this bread, aloo paratha. It's bread stuffed with potato. Thick, generous.
Yes,
that's good stuff.
That's the great breakfast for Punjabis.
Oh.
Yes, that's what you do with yogurt, the homemade yogurt. That's aloo paratha right there.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Yes. Chef Bob, thank you so much. So much.
Thank you, guys.
As we make way for our next chef, let's go back over to Dallas Taylor and Heather Hare. They're going to tell you how to support WNED, PBS, and other programs like Now We're Cooking Live. Remember, your contribution made tonight possible and helps ensure that we can do more live local specials.
It's so exciting to be celebrating local chefs here tonight, and I can't tell you what it smells like in here. It's amazing, and it changes slightly with each addition of ingredients. all the way over here. It's truly a pleasure and an honor to showcase our community chefs. And I think, you know, I'm so distracted by the cooking, that must be why people watching are distracted and they're not picking up the phone. We haven't had a call yet. Maybe you're queuing up your iPad or your phone to make a donation at WNED.org. Whatever it is, now is the time to call and make your pledge of support. We know you love our cooking shows here on WNED PBS, and making a pledge right now, your $20, your $50, your $150, is a vote for programming like this. So we hope that you like what you're seeing today, a brand new local program highlighting the expertise and knowledge of our community chefs. And if you appreciate that local programming on your PBS station, call now or go online to donate. Your donation lets us know that you want programs like this to be on the air.
That's right. This program is a fantastic addition to our already legacy of excellent chefs right here on your local PBS station, and they are excellent. All the smells reminds me of when I was a kid. I was up in my room, and then you hear this, you smell the smells coming from the kitchen. Your mom says, dinner's ready, and you run down the stairs. And
very fast.
I'm chained to a table over here, so I can't really get to it. But she makes all my meals possible. Thank you, Mom. And your member support makes programming like this possible. Over 50% of our unrestricted operating dollars, it comes from you, our members. It doesn't come from it comes from you. So becoming a sustaining member of WNED PBS right now will show your support for local cooking programs on your TV, the one that you're looking at right now. Decide the level that's right for you. Like Heather was saying, $5 a month, $10 a month, and you can be certain that your donation is safe and secure. And in fact, you can check out what you get when you make those donations.
Support your local WNED PBS station as a $6 monthly sustainer or $72 annually, and we'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron. Or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly, and we'll thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Or donate $150, and we'll thank you with a special Thyme-N-Honey cooking class for 2 people with Executive Chef Stephen Forman. This live cooking class will feature personal instruction in a small group setting. And if you love cooking as much as we do, join our new Now We're Cooking Club. For just $20 monthly or $240 annually, you'll receive invitations to exclusive quarterly in-studio culinary events and cooking demonstrations. Learn the latest information about local restaurants, find out about discounted and free class opportunities, receive a Now We're Cooking apron, and so much more. Your gift supports WNED, your local PBS station, and our efforts to highlight local restaurants and chefs. All you have to do is visit us online or call the number on your screen. Thank you.
That is a really great selection of Now We're Cooking Live items. I know some of our audience members got to win some items. Can you guys show them? Anybody? I know you got one. Oh yeah, they're great. They're really wonderful. And they're a great incentive to donate now and not later. Don't wait, because you can join in the excitement and the thrill of today's chefs who came here today to show you their hearts and dishes that are special to them. Remember, if you want to try out any of these recipes, you can see right here today, you can find them at WNED.org/nowwe'recooking.
Right, and this program is our way of trying something new. Maybe you're not picking up the phone because you're in the kitchen trying something new as well, but we want you to pick up the phone, and because we hope that you're as excited about this new endeavor as we are. We think we have created something really unique and special here with Now We're Cooking Live here on WNED PBS. And your call of support is a vote for this program. We want to hear your voice to let us know that we're doing the right thing. You want to keep seeing more of these. All you have to do is decide the level that's right for you and call the number on your screen. We truly hope that we can continue to bring programs like this to you, but this can't happen without member dollars, without your support. It's your support in conjunction, like I said, a big happy family. All doing this all together with these local sponsors is extremely important to the station, and we want to take a moment to say thank you to some of these sponsors. Thank you to Artisan Kitchens and Baths, Wegmans, Corning Museum of Glass, Cabinet Reface Direct, Buffalo Spree, Edible Western New York and Erie Lakeshore Magazine, and to Maureen's Buffalo Wholesale Flower Market for the beautiful flowers on set this evening.
And a big thank you again to today's sponsors. Your help, plus all of our member contributions, are why we can produce shows such as this. In just about a minute, we're headed back to the kitchen for our next chef. But first, Dallas is going to tell you about our Now We're Cooking Live thank you gifts. Don't miss out on getting yourselves one of these as a thank you from us.
You can get yourself a lovely apron for just $5 a month. I will be getting that one myself, just saying. A bamboo stand for your cookbook or your iPad for $10 a month. I'll probably also get that just to not make a mess. You can get yourself a Thyme-N-Honey certificate for $150. I'll be coming to see you, Chef Steven. And also join our Now We're Cooking Club for $20 a month. I'm already in that Facebook group, so I already had that one. And now we're going to go back to the kitchen. We're going to tell you just again to make sure you donate. Call the number on your screen. Take part in some of these thank you gifts. Again, $5 a month. You can also get yourself Passport, which again, I love Passport. I'm going to be watching that
Actually,
tonight.
you said the word Endeavor earlier, and I couldn't help but think about Endeavor, the show.
That's right. You can watch that. I've been getting to
binge that right now.
You can binge that to 3 a.m. right after tonight. I've also been watching Atlantic Crossing. I just love the visuals of it.
It's beautiful. World on Fire.
It's
that
really
one's really
great.
good right now.
$5 a month, and you can know exactly what we're talking about. But call the number on your screen, and just in a second, we're going to go back into the kitchen where all the lovely food is happening, all the lovely smells, and Heather and I are just sitting here watching and smelling it. And the audience is joining us as well.
Yes, they get to just smell it as well.
That's right. So enjoy Peter and Nancy, and if you don't see us in a second, we're going to be over there. Back to the kitchen.
Chef Fred Torrell has been with Wegmans Food Markets for over 25 years, helping customers make great meals, and in the restaurant business for over 40 years. Fred earned his culinary degree from Niagara County Community College and has worked at restaurants in Chicago and Buffalo. He came to Wegmans in 1998, working his way up from cafe manager to cooking coach, sous chef, and now executive chef, where Fred oversees the restaurant area while acting as the culinary leader for the entire McKinley store. His specialty is teaching and mentoring aspiring chefs at Wegmans. Let's welcome Executive Chef Fred Torrell to Now We're Cooking Live.
Chef Torrell, thanks for joining us.
Peter Hall. Me and this guy go way back.
We do go way back. Our kids were best friends when they were growing up. We've known each other for years. This is such a thrill to have you here tonight.
Yes.
So tell us what, I know, but tell everybody what you plan to prepare for us this evening.
All right, my friend. We are doing a braised Italian short rib. Super easy recipe, easy to execute at home. The short rib, and Peter asked me, what's the difference between a short rib and a long rib?
Let me ask, what's the difference, Chef Torrell, between a short rib and a long rib?
They're just shorter, that's all.
Oh.
But basically, it's
seriously, we're here all week.
It's
Tip your
a very worked muscle. That's why we're going to braise it. And braising is a technique that involves 4 easy steps. So the first step, I heard Chef Stephen Forman mention mise en place.
Ready? We can say it. Mise en place.
So that's the first step. So everything in its place. So this recipe, the mise en place for this one is mirepoix, which Wegmans carries mirepoix. We are chefs. We chop our own at home, but you can get mirepoix cut up. It's carrot, celery, and onion. Super simple. Another part of that is marinara sauce. This is fresh in our dairy department. It's Italian classics. It's got a lot of the seasoning flavors already in there. You can use your tomato sauce, fresh tomatoes that are jarred, whatever you like. But we're using this item just because the flavor is built into it already. Wonderful short ribs. Again, these are well marbled. We're using boneless short ribs today. You can use bone-in short ribs. You got that bone, it gives you that marrow, that wonderful flavor.
Right.
And obviously we want to have a lot of flavor. But because we're serving it with pasta today, we're doing this wonderful, wonderful pasta. Now we're looking at this earlier and we were going, how are the ribbons so important? This pasta is copper pressed. It's through the copper system of it's a classic way of making pasta. Yeah. And some people just like it better that way. The sauce sticks to this pasta really well. It's like the side of a lasagna noodle. There's a history to this noodle. The melfadine is named after a princess in Italy. I looked that up because I knew there was a story behind it. So it was her noodle 200 or 300 years ago, so it's kind of cool. It's fun, but you can use any pasta you guys want, of course. So we got mise en place. We also are using our garlic herb shaker. This is built-in sea salt, herbs, all the flavor you want, almost like a Montreal steak seasoning, but this one's got like a really classic herb mix, thyme, rosemary, sea salt. So we're gonna season our short ribs with that and sear them. I'm gonna get some pure olive oil, get it in this pan. It's gonna dance around a little bit. I see.
Hold on a second.
Yep.
I've been told not to use extra virgin, and this is not. So what's the difference?
So,
why can't you use extra virgin to cook?
Well, pure olive oil, what that gives you is it gives you the filter of that olive is out of there. You don't have that massive amount of olive in it. Like an extra virgin we use for finishing, not searing, you want to use it for dressing, dipping oil. Now this oil is going to be also good for a dipping oil over here. So, you know, if you want to use pure olive oil for dipping, that works just fine as well. So extra virgin's usually finishing, light heat.
Now, right about now, my smoke alarm would be going off.
So we are looking for...
It's totally cool.
We're looking for a medium hot smoke. Obviously this, I'm getting to learn this stove. I've never used this stove before. But we want to get the short ribs seasoned, and we want to get them in there. So mise en place is that first step that we talked about.
Right.
The second one is to sear. So we're getting them in there to sear. So if you want to shake a little bit more on there for me as we go. You got the easy job, I got the hard one. There we go.
Okay. Wow.
A little bit on that side, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Now you say sear, but couldn't you just say brown it?
Same idea. We're looking for a paper bag brown. Has anybody ever heard that before? No. Paper bag brown. We're looking for that nice color. There you go. So mise en place, sear. If this TV thing doesn't work out, I got a job for you. You can come to Wegmans. We use a little seasoning, some shaking, some saute work. So if you guys can see this, we've got a really good heat going. This is that color we're talking about, that browning. So we got a light smoke going. And this is the caramelization. I know you're hearing that. I know Steven mentioned it on his dish. We're layering flavors, and we're building all that flavor in the bottom of the pan. So we've got a really good fond building. It's called the fond in the bottom of the pan. Right. So as that caramelization is happening, the fond is developing, and the meat is really getting that crust, which is amazing. All right, so we've got the crust building, right?
Okay.
Short ribs are browning. Now we want to just, after you get the browning on both sides of those short ribs, we want to just take those out. They're still raw. Just want to get them out of the way a little bit. Want to get a little more oil in here, and then we want to get that mirepoix in here to basically finish getting that flavor off the bottom of the pan. This is 2 full containers of that mirepoix. This sauce, when we make it, is going to be amazingly chock full of vegetables, which is great because you want to have the vegetables in there just to thicken the sauce up and give it some flavor. So as you can see, the mirepoix is pulling those little brown pieces off the bottom of the pan.
Yeah.
You got to work here. Take the spoon. You got to stir a little bit here.
Oh, okay.
Come on,
cool.
there you go. We'll switch spots. Got to put you to work.
I have noticed something about you professional chefs.
Yeah.
You are much more relaxed about smoke and heat. You just seem to...
There's some chefs in the audience. We know how this works, guys, right? Basically, you just got to control it. When you add your protein or your vegetables to your pan, it reduces that heat, right? And we put a lot of short ribs in that pan. It knocked that heat down.
Yeah.
And we wanted to have a medium-high heat going. Okay. So as you can see, it's starting to simmer down right now.
Yeah.
It's quieting down. A little bit of pepper.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's the...
oh, no, I get to do it.
You get to do it, all right.
Wow, this is so cool.
Yep. Right out of my kitchen. Hey, not bad, not bad. You're good. I heard Forman do it, but we got to do at least one bam, guys. 1, 2, 3.
Bam.
All right, there we go. Thank you. We were going to do more, but I'm going to take it easy on this first round. So, all right, we got a little salt, a little pepper in there. We want to add in that wonderful marinara sauce.
Oh. Is this also from Wegmans?
Marinara sauce, yep, that's from Wegmans.
Right out of the jar.
Yep, it's actually right here, Italian Classics.
Oh, right.
It's in the dairy section.
There it is, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's it. Now, this is in the dairy section.
Dairy.
Okay,
Yep.
I'll bite. Why? Why not in a jar on the shelf?
It could be. You can use that. Again, you can use your tomatoes that you canned or jarred yourself.
Right,
those. Yeah, those.
Yeah.
You didn't do that, did you? I don't remember you doing
Yeah,
that. When I lived in the neighborhood with you,
I meant to get to that, but
you never got to it.
I ran out of time.
So we add a little bit of water because that sauce is so thick. It's really got to be loose in there because we want this to braise, and braising takes time. So oven preheated to 350. You want to get that sauce ready to go. Short ribs back in to your pan like so. Those beautiful colors on those ribs. The heat's starting to bubble up again, so we're getting nice and hot. Get that liquid in there, which is wonderful.
Keep stirring or not?
Yeah, keep stirring just a little bit. So optional, I got some herbs and I tied the old string around it because sometimes we want to put some herbs into our braise and sometimes we don't want to have the stems in there. So this is the old trick of take your herbs. You can use rosemary. I have a little bit of thyme there. I'm just going to tie it around the handle here, get it going in there. That way it's not going to get lost and those stems are all tied up and we know where to find them when we're done. We can pull those out. So that's optional. All these steps are optional as far as salt, pepper, whatever you want to do yourself is great. All right, so we've got that ready to go. We get our lid. I'm going to swap lids. Done stirring. You're hired. This will go into your oven at 350 for 2.5 to 3 hours.
Wow.
And with the magic of TV, just like everybody else, we've got ours done. We were talking about temperatures of cooking foods earlier.
Yeah, I know that thing right there.
That thermometer.
I mean, you've been to Wegmans, right? You've seen these guys.
Yeah.
They're like insane with these
things.
Poking their thermometer and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we take temps on all of our cases and all our products, but
not here, not tonight.
Not on the braise. On the braise, we just want to basically take our fork and go into it and just make sure that it's going to come out when we go into that meat, it's going to come out really easily. And that's because the meat's totally done and the short ribs are falling apart, which is what we want.
Yeah.
Again, if you had bone-in short ribs, it would work in this dish, and that's totally fine. But again, we're serving it with pasta. We kind of want to be careful with those bones, and it's a little clunky.
Okay.
So the next step, and this is a fun one.
Now we got about 90 seconds here.
90 seconds, all right. So we get these short ribs out of here. They're going to dance on this plate a little bit, kind of simmering themselves down.
Okay.
Like so.
Wow.
You're watching again. I'm doing all the work. I can't believe it. And then we want to get some of the sauce into our bowl.
Okay.
Get some of these noodles in here. All right, now you got to get back to work. You're back on the clock. You ready?
Oh my gosh.
All right, give those a good stir.
I will. Oh my God. You know, I can't eat pasta that's not bronze die cut anymore. I'm not kidding you. It just, I don't know.
Something about it.
No, it's different.
It is different. Well, you're saying it doesn't agree with you.
Well, if it's, just regular off the shelf, but this bronze cut really
does well.
Does well.
Yep.
Does well by me. I like it.
All right.
Okay. Oh, man, this smells great.
All right, let's get that plate, that bowl, right here, in here. Get that wonderful pasta. There's enough for everybody in the audience here, I think. I think I overdid it.
I think you did.
Is that all it takes to get a yell like that? Not the bam or anything like that? All right, so we got that. Grab that cheese. You're going to start grating. Please.
Oh, now do you like this or just anywhere? Just go.
Yep, you're on the right side.
Okay.
There you go.
Here we go.
Right over there. Amore, right?
Right.
Oh. There it is. All right, what else do we need? One final step, Peter. Come on, give me some basil.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Let's see.
Oh, boy, this is enough for 100 people.
It is.
What do you think?
That's the beauty shot. Okay.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Braised Italian short ribs.
Thank
Super
you so
easy.
much.
My pleasure.
And we're out of time, which is fine, because I'll eat off camera.
Well, grab the bread. Let's get the bread. We'll dip.
The bread, we'll dip. Okay.
We got the dipping oil. We got the bread. We got the pasta.
Okay, grab a slice.
Yeah.
Okay. While we're dipping here, we're going to throw things back over to Dallas Taylor and Heather Hare, who once again are going to tell you how you can continue to support WNED PBS and all the programs like Now We're Cooking Live. So get ready to call. Thanks.
I would love to get in that kitchen over there, Heather, but I think I've changed my tune. Everything smells good and looks good, but I just want to play with the pepper toy. That's really all I want now.
I know, that was pretty cool.
So if you see me disappear and you hear a clicking noise, don't worry, that's just me playing with the toy. But in all seriousness, we hope this program is not only entertaining you, but is also teaching you how to cook these delicious recipes. Whether you cook once or often in a blue moon, Now We're Cooking Live has something for you, but we can only do it with your support. So that's why it's very important that we hear from you. Call the number on your screen, give us a call, support programs like these that are supporting our local chefs and our local restaurants that we have right here all around us in Buffalo.
Yeah, they're a huge part of the fabric of this community, to have chefs on this show, to be able to talk about their restaurants and share their recipes with you. It's really incredible that we can do this, but we can only do it with member support. So don't forget to call. Call now while Dallas and I are talking to you and you're not missing the beautiful food. Or you can go online to WNED.org and donate there. But the important thing is to call now, because if we don't have support, for financial support from our audience to this show, we can't bring this back again. So we're really excited to be showcasing these chefs and their incredible recipes, and we want to keep doing that and to celebrate the wonderful culture in Buffalo, multitudes of culture in Buffalo, and to do that, we need your support now. So also, if you'd like to check out any of these recipes that you see here today, you can find them at WNED.org/nowwe'recooking, and that red donate button is on the same page. So if you don't feel like cooking one night, then I hope you'll support these wonderful local establishments and visit them for a meal. Please keep in mind that member support makes programming like this possible, and without your contribution made right now, programs like this and other local programs we bring to you every week of the year help to ensure the future of them by making a donation now. Not sure how to give? Check out this video for some ideas.
Support your local WNED PBS station as a $6 monthly sustainer or $72 annually, and we'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron. Or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly, and we'll thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Or donate $150, and we'll thank you with a special Thyme-N-Honey cooking class for 2 people with Executive Chef Stephen Forman. This live cooking class will feature personal instruction in a small group setting. And if you love cooking as much as we do, join our new Now We're Cooking Club. For just $20 monthly or $240 annually, you'll receive invitations to exclusive quarterly in-studio culinary events and cooking demonstrations. Learn the latest information about local restaurants, find out about discounted and free class opportunities, receive a Now We're Cooking apron, and so much more. Your gift supports WNED, your local PBS station, and our efforts to highlight local restaurants and chefs. All you have to do is visit us online or call the number on your screen. Thank you.
And we actually have a couple of gifts right here while the chefs have been cooking. I've definitely checked them out. This is the apron that I definitely tried on before the show, and it fits really well. Just to let you know, I will be taking that with me. We also have the bamboo stand that I can put my cookbook or my iPad in, so I'm not making a mess, because usually when I cook, it's usually one hand on the phone, one hand stirring, and that's how stuff burns and the smoke happens in the kitchen. I'm very familiar with the smoke alarm in my house. Very, very familiar.
Me too.
Yes. I know that I myself would love that certificate to the cooking classes. In fact, Heather and I were talking, you know,
made
maybe
a plan.
We can both go. If no one else takes part in it, then we'll just go ourselves.
We just need your donation to make that possible.
We would love to have your donation to make that possible. So we can both pretend to be professional chefs, like the ones that we have in our kitchen studio here today. And again, we can't have them here without your support. So it's very important that you call the number on your screen so we can bring them back and I can play with the pepper toy again.
Maybe Chef Forman has that pepper toy. I would love to go to that cooking class, and it's a wonderful incentive if you haven't given yet and would like to become a member. $150 is a great deal for that one-on-one time with Chef Forman. You can also become a sustaining member of WNED PBS right now and show your support for local cooking programs and attend cooking classes too. Even though we've been talking a lot about monthly giving, a one-time donation is equally as important to this station. If you decide to become a sustaining member, here's a little bonus that I think you'll like.
It was a moment of madness. It was the sanest thing I've ever done.
You have only known him a week.
Looks like paradise. I'll never stop loving you.
Who I am, or who I was. Call me Annika.
Looks like you put up a fight.
I always get to the truth.
You can no longer sit by and say, this isn't my problem.
Passport is really good. We've been talking about dramas. We saw the dramas there, but there's also even more cooking shows that you can watch that are right here from your PBS station. Some amazing cooking shows. And in just about a minute, we're going to go back into the kitchen. But first, we also want to remind you that Restaurant Week in Buffalo is happening right now. It started today and goes until Sunday, October 29th. That's why we're here to help give you just a notice of some of these restaurants that you'll see in Restaurant Week, and just support and visit some of these local restaurants this week and support our community. We all have to do it together. And we also want to remind you how much your contribution to this station and to this local programming matters. It's member financial support that makes this evening possible, that has made these evenings possible, and that can make even more evenings possible. There is so much strength in numbers. So next, Heather is going to tell you about Now We're Cooking Live thank you gifts that I know you're definitely going to love.
We have some wonderful thank you gifts, including our apron, our Now We're Cooking Live apron for $6 a month or $72 a year. We have the cookbook stand or a tablet stand. That stand works with cookbooks that don't have a spiral binding, which is my personal pet peeve. This is $10 a month or $120 a year. My personal favorite, the Thyme-N-Honey gift certificate, so you can take classes with Chef Forman, who I would just watch for $150. I wouldn't even have to learn anything from him. And the now brand new Now We're Cooking Club, which is $20 a month or $240 a year. So let's get back to the kitchen. I'm really excited about this next chef.
Rin Suphankomut is chef and owner of Rin Thai Bistro. She emigrated to Buffalo from Thailand at the age of 16 and learned to cook at home. Her mother opened the King and I restaurant in 1998, where Rin worked alongside her until her mother's death in 2003. The family opened a second King and I location in 2004, where Rin served as CEO until 2016. The following year, Chef Rin opened her own restaurant, Rin Thai Bistro, serving traditional, authentic, and fusion Thai cuisine. First located on Elmwood Avenue, Rin Thai Bistro is now on Main Street in Snyder. Chef Suphankomut, welcome to Now We're Cooking Live.
Thank you. Hi, Chef Rin. How are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
So we are fortunate to be joined not only by Chef Rin, but by her brother, Chef Kim. So welcome.
Thank you.
And you're going to make for us tonight a very special dish that's not, I understand, on your menu, but it's something that is prepared in the fall.
Yes. So usually we do have curry in our Thai dish, but tonight I'm making something that we have in the fall season. So it's just pumpkins. So it's not just pumpkin or the squash, butternut squash, acorn, we can use it all. But
love it.
Yeah, the trick though is just cutting them in this almost the same size, because otherwise they will not cook properly.
You'll get
some
undercooked pumpkin, but overcooked squash.
Exactly.
All right, so go ahead, let's get started.
So my brother's gonna help me cook today.
Excellent.
Normally I'm the chef. So first we're gonna put some oil in there. The pan is a little hot, supposedly. Wait,
Let's talk.
check.
Is that peanut oil, canola oil?
We use vegetable oil usually.
Higher smoking point?
Yeah, plus safer. A lot of people are just allergic to everything nowadays.
Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point.
It's honest. So first thing, we put a little bit of garlic in there, and then we're gonna follow with some onion. Let it sweat a little bit. This stove does not give us the same heat like we use at the restaurant. So take some time.
That's all right. We've got a little time. We can let it just hang out and work together there.
Because I can.
It smells amazing.
So we let it sweat a little bit, and then we're gonna follow with a little bit of curry. Today it seemed like everybody using the same kind of like cooking, like stew-ish, curry-ish that we have because it's in the season.
Right.
It's getting cold.
Yep.
It is in the summer. I will
nice
teach you how to make salad, but today, today it's cold. So we're gonna do with curry here. So I'm gonna put in guesstimate 2 tablespoons.
And you're using red curry, right?
This is the yellow curry.
Yellow curry.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and then I'm gonna follow with a little bit of paprika just for the color. Just a touch. And the next item, crushed chili.
Gotta have it.
If you can smell it, this one's gonna make you cough a little bit. A little more.
You guys are used to it. So
yeah, we're used to it. So as we're letting it sweat, I'm gonna go ahead and add, this is Thai basil. So earlier, we have different basil over there.
Yep.
So that's the Italian basil. This is Thai basil, but normally if I have a chance to, I would get the holy basil, but we can't get them around here at this moment. Summer would be it.
Oh my gosh, you can really smell that now. It smells wonderful.
You don't have to be fancy cutting this like julienne or chiffonade or anything. We just put it in there because it's gonna cook, and you're not gonna see the beauty of it anyways. Just, you need a flavor. So as it's going in right now, I'm gonna add in chicken. Can you?
Yeah.
I can't lift anything.
Put me to work too if I can help out.
Really?
Yes.
You're gonna
of
eat.
course.
You're gonna
I
help
get to
me
eat. That's the
You're gonna
best
help
job
me.
ever.
So right now,
That's good.
that's good. So the chicken is going in there and cooked. I'm gonna follow it with, this is coconut milk. So when you went to Wegmans, Tops, anywhere, Asian market, when you pick out your coconut milk, try to pick out the highest fat content. That's my trick. The fatter, the better.
I agree.
We use chicken thigh, by the way.
So this is not the low-fat version.
No, no. Oh, by the way, if you guys are vegetarian or vegan, you can substitute that. Chicken, just take that out. Put chickpeas or put tofu. It's just fine. But use firm tofu if you can, because everything just cook it together and it's just gonna disintegrate. So now I'm going to add coconut milk.
So now while that's cooking, tell us a little bit about your siblings. So it seems like the restaurant business and culinary arts runs in your family.
Yes. So our mother opened up the restaurant since 1998.
Okay.
98, and then since she passed, we've been running it ever since. But then as we grow older, we just separate and go our own ways. But we're still, family, so we still talk.
And you each have your own restaurants.
Yes, we do have their own restaurant. I have Rintai Bistro, and my brother here have.
I have Thyme-N-Honey food trucks and Water Lily Cafe.
Ah, wonderful.
Thai, Thai.
Thyme-N-Honey.
So now as this goes, I'm gonna add a little flavor, just a touch of, because everything is gonna be pretty sweet. I'll say just a little touch of sugar here.
Okay.
And this is our secret, beside the chili.
Ah, I think I know what
Fish
that is.
sauce. Do not spill it. It's pretty strong. Just a little bit, okay, go a long way.
And is that more really salty?
It's
flavor?
salty. So again, if you're vegan, skip this, add salt.
Okay.
It's just fine. I would
Can you
say,
use broth too if you wanted?
we're
or
gonna
is it
add
really-
some broth because coconut is getting pretty thick here. How many spoons did I do that?
2.
2. Okay. 3.
Talking. Sorry, I'm distracted.
It's okay. So after that getting cooked, I'm gonna teach you guys how to cook rice because it's gonna go with jasmine rice. So our rice here is already washed.
So you rinse the rice.
Rinse
It's really
it, yep.
important, and I think that's a step that a lot of people skip.
Yes, they do.
Why is it important to rinse it first?
Well, we grew up learned to do that way, but it just to take out like maybe sometime it might have some
of the starchiness.
Yeah, in there, but really it's fine if you don't want to wash, but I prefer to wash that. So I have a rice cooker here. Invest in rice cooker, please, if you don't know how.
I just bought my first one last year. I can't believe I lived without it all my life.
So it's really easy. So let's say this is 2 cups. We're just gonna add it in there, and then my brother gonna help me. Cook the rice, please. Add some more water. Stop for water. Oh, you can do that.
All right,
yes,
how much water?
Please. I'm gonna tell you when to stop. So with the rice, funny thing is, let's stop there real quick. The trick to cook the rice in the rice cooker, use your finger, okay? Just right on top of the rice, so now you see how that is?
Okay, you can
need
just
more
see
water.
a little bit, yep, okay.
If you have big finger, you have just really moist rice. A little bit more, please.
A little bit more, okay.
Yep, that's it. So I think it's just right on my...
Just over your nail?
Yep.
A little bit over, a little
right
bit more?
here.
Okay.
First line of your fingers?
Yep, the first line, the first, yep.
Old school.
Really
if
old
you don't
school.
have
That's
a
how
rice
my...
pot, that's what the...
That's
used
how
to
my
do.
mom taught me, so. Now we're just gonna cook it and put it in a rice cooker.
Bring it up front.
And then just push start. And usually it will make noise. And when it's done, usually about 15 to 20 minutes, it's gonna make some, well, it depends how much rice you're cooking. Usually 2 cups will take about 20 minutes with the rice cooker.
Okay.
And then when it's done, it just make noise and you know it's done. So now my chicken is getting done over here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes.
So right here I have, hold on, let me tell you. I have butternut squash over here. It's look a little bit different. And this one is a sweet pumpkin, the little one over that we have over there. And then you can add acorn, you can add any, nope, I'm wrong. My audience say I'm wrong on this one. What is this one called? I do not know.
Is it butternut squash?
This is not butternut.
No, so which, is it one over here?
Yeah, the big green one. What is
This
that
one here. Is this acorn squash?
It is not.
Anybody know what
Acorn
this is?
Acorn is
Buttercup.
Buttercup. Thank you. I do
Thank
not know
you.
the name. Sorry. So I'm going to put a buttercup in first because it's cooked. If you're at home, the buttercup takes just a little bit longer than the butternut squash. So I would put the buttercups in first, maybe 5 to 10 minutes longer, then follow with the butternut squash. And then, just because it's going to get really, really thick, I would add a little bit of
chicken broth.
Chicken broth. Again, now when you're vegetarian, you can use vegetarian broth as well, or you can use just plain old water. If you're washing, this is low sodium, so you're good. I'm gonna add it a little bit in there.
So Rin, we have about 3 minutes left, and you have an exclusive for us tonight, right? You're gonna share some news that our audience here is hearing first.
So, you guys know and know me from Elmwood as well. I just got a little spot back on Elmwood, so I will be going back there maybe in a few months.
Woohoo! That is great news.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We look forward to your return.
Rin return.
Yes, the Rin return.
So,
but it's gonna call Rin City.
Oh, very good.
So right now, as the
cooking,
curry
simmering.
is cooking, simmering, just turn it on the low, have it hang out up there, simmer it, cover it, and give it about maybe 20 minutes max, or we have a done one, we'll be here.
That's not bad. 20 minutes. That's
20
not
minutes.
bad at all.
So now, I don't know if you noticed, we use really little ingredients here. Really simple. When you use your ingredient on the time that is ripened, like butternut squash and all the squash in the fall would be perfect. In the summer, you can use I'm not saying this particular dish, but trying to use your local ingredient at the local time, things are better that way, taste better that way. So now, are you ready to eat?
I am so ready.
I can't pick it up.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely beautiful.
This is already done. All finished.
So let's say.
All right. And again, this dish is not on the menu, but I understand that if you call ahead, you might be able to get. I'm looking for a spoon here. Oh, I'm finding our fork, so I'm going to have to just dig in with a fork.
Let's say the rice is cooked. We usually put it on top of the rice.
Okay. I'm just going in without it.
Okay.
Oh my God. That is amazing.
So you have a little spicy.
That is so good.
Sweet.
And did you put some of the chili on top of it?
Yeah, I put a little chili oil on top just for the color, but if you want a little bit more spicier, you can add more as well.
Definitely call and order this at the restaurant. It is wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, the flavors are they just build. It's just magnificent. And like you said, so simple.
Very simple.
Very simple
you really
ingredients.
need like maybe no more than, you have garlic at home, I'm sure.
Yes.
You have salt, pepper. Only thing you probably need to buy is fish sauce.
And you can find that. You can find that.
You
in
can find it at an
store.
Asian market anywhere now.
Wonderful.
Or Wegmans.
Oh my, yes, exactly.
It's always Wegmans.
Well, Chef Rin and Chef Kim, thank you so much for being here. It was
Thank
just
you.
so fun. Thank you.
All right.
So let's go back over to Dallas Taylor and Heather Hare. They're going to tell you how you can support WNED PBS and other programs like Now We're Cooking Live.
This has been so exciting to be celebrating with local chefs here today. I loved hearing that news about Rin's restaurant, and I can't wait to try some of these recipes. Nancy and I both really like hot recipes. Do you like heat? No.
I can't do spicy. No.
You can't do spicy, but you're cold in general.
Yeah, I have a palate of a 12-year-old. So it doesn't work out for me.
But you can get these recipes at WNED.org/nowwe'recooking, and all the dishes you see here today are available there on that website. The important thing, though, is to support this program.
That's right. When you call the number on your screen or go online to donate, that means that you're voting for programs like these possible, making these programs possible. I also like to apologize for all the 12-year-olds. So it's all the 12-year-olds out there. I love you.
I had a 12-year-old who really liked hot food, so I don't know.
If you're 12 and you're watching, we want you to call and ask your parents to make a donation for this program to keep programs like this possible. Again, we cannot do this without you. I'm personally looking forward to visiting some of these restaurants and visiting some of the chefs that we've seen here tonight. And I hope that you're watching here and you're enjoying just as much as we are, and that you also support their establishments by stopping by for a meal. Bring your friends. You know, it's Halloween coming up, so take your friends out, have a nice little lunch or dinner at these restaurants. Support your local restaurants, and maybe even some of the people in the audience. Maybe you might see them walking down the aisle of some restaurants. Hey, were you on the? Yeah, you were on the show. That's right. If you're interested in supporting endeavors such as this, become a sustaining member of WNED PBS right now and show your love for local cooking programs. Your ongoing monthly donation helps us plan for the future, and this program can only continue with your financial support. And here's what you can get when you call or go online right now.
Support your local WNED PBS station as a $6 monthly sustainer or $72 annually, and we'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron. Or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly, and we'll thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Or donate $150, and we'll thank you with a special Thyme-N-Honey cooking class for 2 people with Executive Chef Stephen Forman. This live cooking class will feature personal instruction in a small group setting. And if you love cooking as much as we do, join our new Now We're Cooking Club. For just $20 monthly or $240 annually, you'll receive invitations to exclusive quarterly in-studio culinary events and cooking demonstrations. Learn the latest information about local restaurants, find out about discounted and free class opportunities, receive a Now We're Cooking apron, and so much more. Your gift supports WNED, your local PBS station, and our efforts to highlight local restaurants and chefs. All you have to do is visit us online or call the number on your screen. Thank you.
And I'd like to give some special thank yous to some new friends. Tracy in Burlington, thank you for your donation so far in this program. If you haven't given yet, the number is there on your screen, or if you're nervous about missing the next segment, you can go to WNED.org and donate there. Tia in Buffalo, we know a couple Tias in Buffalo. Michael in Nottawa, Ontario, that's a new one for me. I have family in Ottawa. Nottawa is new for me. Barbara in Hamburg, Tanya in Buffalo, and Peter in Hamburg. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope you chose a great thank you gift. I myself would love one of these bamboo stands. I think they're really great and would hold open those odd cookbooks that I have that don't have a spiral binding. If you're interested in any of those thank you gifts, then give us a call right now. Now is the time to make that call and talk to one of our lovely volunteers who will walk you through the easy donation process, and you'll be cooking fancy in no time.
That's right. Your phone call and financial contribution lets us know how much you love Now We're Cooking Live on your local PBS station, WNED PBS. Pick up the phone, or if you're like me, it's 9 p.m., you have your phone on Do Not Disturb. You can go online and make a pledge there. But your financial support combined with local sponsors is how this station works. And we want to take a second to thank those sponsors. We want to give a thank you to Artisan Kitchens and Baths. Thank you to Wegmans. A thank you to Corning Museum of Glass. Cabinet Reface Direct. Buffalo Spree. Edible Western New York and Erie Lakeshore Magazine. And to Maureen's Buffalo Wholesale Flower Market for the beautiful flowers that we have on set this evening.
We are about to head back to the kitchen, but before we do, we want to thank everyone who has called and donated so far. Your support is crucial to this station. Your voice and dollars given tonight serve as a vote for local programming like this. Now, you may not understand this, but this is local. This is happening right here in Western New York, and we are supporting Western New York restaurants, helping to get their wonderful art and part of the fabric of our culture here out into the community, and we would just ask for your support now. So call and make your pledge of support. If you haven't called yet, we'd like to remind you of our fabulous Now We're Cooking Live thank you gifts.
You can get yourself a lovely Now We're Cooking apron for $6 a month or $72 annually. You can get yourself a bamboo stand to hold all your cookbooks or your iPads for $10 a month or $120 annually. A Thyme-N-Honey certificate for $150. Me and Heather and I are gonna definitely take part in that.
Yes.
You can also join our Now We're Cooking Club on Facebook for $20 a month and $240 annually, and it's
it goes
lovely.
way beyond Facebook. That's the Facebook? Free card.
Whoa, free.
The Facebook group is free, but the club has much more to it, so check it out.
Definitely check that out. And we're going to go back into the kitchen, but we're going to make sure that you pick up the phone and give us a call to make sure that this program can stay on the air so they don't cut us off mid-sentence. We're not going to do that right now. We're going to go back into the kitchen with our next chef.
So call now and make your pledge of support.
And we are back with Chef Forman. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Pete.
Thanks.
How's everything? Yes, sir.
Now you and I get to do some cooking together. Well,
Awesome.
You get to do the cooking. I'm ready to taste. I have the golden spoon here, ready to go. But first, what are we making?
So at this point, we're going to make a nice Kefta pita, and we're going to top it with a Charmoula sauce. Now, Charmoula is basically similar to, let's just say, chimichurri or gremolata. Familiar with those?
I don't understand a word you just said.
Okay, so it is a North African like dipping sauce.
Okay.
So it's You know, the origin is, like I said, North Africa. Chimichurri is Latin America. Salsas we know is Mexican. Grumaladas, you know, these are kinds of toppings you would use in something that you're going to make and give it a little bit of an extra flavor, you know, elevating the profile of it. So it's very flavorful, packs a punch. So be careful.
Oh boy.
Yeah, be careful. But we're gonna make it, it's real simple. What I did was I already put in my little Cuisinart here. This is an investment. You need to have one of these, okay? It's a little Cuisinart, little food processor.
Little mini.
Yeah, it works great, okay? So I've already put in fresh oregano, cilantro, parsley, okay? And we also have roasted red peppers. I have jalapenos. You can use serrano peppers if you want. You can use chipotle peppers if you want, because you want it to be a little bit spicy, okay? We also need to add our seasoning, which is gonna be smoked paprika, cumin, and coriander. So we're gonna put that in there real quick. A lot of spices, gotta have spice. You're also gonna add, garlic. Are you a two-spooner? Cause two-spooner, all right, two-spooner. All right, there you go, clap it up for Pete, come on, come on. Now, we also wanna use citrus. We want the zest. Now, thing that we want to know about zest is a lot of people, you know, they don't use the zest, and then when they do use the zest, sometimes they go too far. They go to the pith, which is the white, very bitter. You don't want that. This is a microplane, another investment. You want to have this. So what we're going to do is we're going to grate a little of the zest over it. Now the fun thing about this is that I can have the citrus pop without the acidity. So that's what I want to do with this, is just get the citrus pop. But I will say, if I want to give it a little, you know, do that. There you go.
Is that the lemon?
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
And like kind of like in the right here, that little section right there. Yep. You want to squeeze? Go ahead. Go ahead.
You got it already cut.
Yep. Jump in there.
Just squeeze. Okay.
Squeeze.
Say when.
Keep going. Keep going. 3.
I got to get to the gym. I'm going to work out with you. Oops.
It's all right. It's all right. It's gonna puree.
See?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, we're good. Whee! Beautiful. All right. So now we're gonna put this top on.
Carefully.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna let it puree. Now, I already have some, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just stop.
Okay, we're gonna pretend.
We're gonna pretend. Oh my God, look how
TV
good
magic.
this looks.
Oh, wow, that looks great.
Look, ta-da, what?
And it got in the
Look,
bowl by
wow,
itself.
amazing. All right, so what we're gonna do next is, we have the sauce ready to go, right?
Yeah.
We wanna make our kefta. Now, we're going to use half lamb, half ground beef.
Oh.
We're gonna throw that in there, okay?
Secret,
yeah. Nice little flavor. The lamb brings a little earthiness to it, okay?
Now, I know sometimes in the store you can get pork and veal and beef. Can you get this half lamb, or do you have? Where do you get ground lamb?
Well, I bought this at Wegmans.
You can
Wegmans.
say it. They're our sponsor.
All right, I said Wegmans. I got it at Wegmans. I shop there all the time, people. I shop there all the time.
Okay.
All right, so I get that discount. I said it.
Too much.
So now I got my seasoning that's going in there, okay?
More seasoning.
Oh, you got to have seasoning. Okay. You got to have seasoning. Food's got to be flavorful. We also got chopped cilantro and parsley, okay? Now, in here we have ground coriander, cardamom, cumin, cinnamon, turmeric, and paprika, all in those spices right there with the fresh cilantro and parsley. Once again.
Oh, more garlic.
More garlic. Bam. Okay. Oh, did we already said bam? Fred said bam, didn't he?
He did.
All right, so I'm going to say.
But I think it was.
Shazam!
Shazam. Okay. I think both of those are copyrighted expressions.
So we're going to go ahead and mix it up. Okay, you got to get in there.
Okay.
So we want to make sure we mix it up really, really good, okay? It's called a force meat, okay? So we're making our force meat.
I've heard that expression. I don't know what it means, force meat.
So it's kind of like, look at this. You see that? Ground meat, and you're just kind of like, you know.
Forcing spice into it?
That I'm not saying it. It's just a term we use in the culinary world, force meat.
Force meat.
We use it to make pâtés. We use it to make terrines. We use it for a lot of different things, or making a mousseline or a mousse. It's called our force meat. It's what we puree up the meat and.
Question.
Yeah.
You're wearing a pair of rubber gloves.
Yes,
at home, do you do that? Or?
Absolutely.
Oh, really? How come?
Because I don't like feeling that. I don't like feeling the cold meat on my hand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm a little bougie sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want that gookiness on me. All right, so Bam, it's already mixed up. You see that?
Wow, how'd you do that?
Amazing, magical. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to actually make, there you go.
Oh, I thought you needed one. You got two.
So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and make the skewer. So we already have some going right there, and you're gonna eat one in just a minute. So once I have all my mixtures, what I would always do is I typically sear the meat and taste it first, because I wouldn't want to skewer all these and it doesn't taste right. But I know this tastes right because I already tested it. So what I'm gonna do is
just fry up a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Not skewer, just a little ball.
Yeah, just a little ball. So now what I'm gonna do? You see what I did there?
Yeah. Make a little sausage.
And then we're just gonna go ahead.
Okay.
And you're gonna keep doing that with all these.
Where do you get these little spikes?
Oh, you can get them at
Wegmans.
Now
do I get the discount?
Yeah, right. So we're gonna do it. We would do a bunch of those, right?
Right.
And then once you do them all,
right,
what you would do is you would end up going ahead and put them on a hot skillet or on an open flame. Okay.
Ooh.
So you'd have that in an open flame, and like street food vendors, they would have a plethora of these, meaning a lot of them all lined up on the grill. And let's take, for instance, you come up to my vendor, my little concession stand, right, I have on the street, and you're like, I would love some kefta. All right, we're gonna make you a kefta. I'm gonna go ahead and warm up my, you remember the little trick I did last time?
Yeah, I thought that was so cool.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this warm. I already have the warm kefta. I already have my Charmoula sauce, and then I have these toppings that we can go ahead and build you a nice little.
We got
pita.
Tomato,
Yep.
feta cheese.
So you tell me what you would like. So I'm gonna take. So you're at my stand.
Okay.
There you go, sir. What would you like on there?
Some tomato, some feta cheese.
Okay.
This looks too healthy. Let's go with the Charmoula. Charmoula.
Oh, look at that. Let's put that right there for now. Huh?
Oh, the beauty shot.
How about if we do that, huh? Oh, look at that. I'm gonna do one more because I got one that's going on fire.
Ooh, this is good.
And I'm gonna put a little lettuce on here. We're gonna do a little tomato. I gotta put your cucumber.
Okay. I'm gonna move this to the side so we can put the other one in there.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
But that's what you would do. You would go ahead and build that. It would be bigger, you know. But you build it up, you pass it on, and they would just go ahead and enjoy. So we're gonna let you jump in there and tell us what you think. Do you want to try this sauce first by itself?
No, I'm brave.
You're brave? All right.
What am I getting myself into?
Don't get it on your shirt.
Yeah, I know. Okay, here we go. Everything all at once.
What do you think of that sauce with that? All of it together. Think about it. You got the creaminess from the feta. You got the density coming from the kefta. You got the... Did you go to sleep on me?
Oh.
Hey, you're back. You're back. You're back.
Wow. Where am I?
What do you think?
No, this is phenomenal.
I gotta get in
very
the
tasty.
mover.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You gotta.
Can
we join? Can I join you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that. And that's how you gotta eat it, sloppy.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm gonna get a little more.
A little more sauce.
A little more sauce.
Great. Tell us we gotta hurry up. She said wrap
we're
it
getting
up.
there. We're getting the wrap it up sign. Okay, so what haven't we covered? Your cooking classes. Again, you do them live, but also online? Sorry. So tell us, how'd you get started in the restaurant business? You do both, live and online. Very good, very good. And
BuffaloCookingClass.com.
Thursday nights?
No, we do that live on our Facebook page.
Oh.
But you can go to our website. You can register for all of our classes. We have some great classes coming up for November and December.
Okay.
But check us out.
Great. Okay. And everyone, the advice is that all the recipes are on the website. So, want to thank our chef for coming over. Now we're going to head over to Dallas Taylor and Heather Hare are going to tell you how you can support WNED PBS. That's us. And more Now We're Cooking live shows in the future. So please, don't be shy. Give them a call. Thanks.
I love the versatility and the creations of their just wide range of influence that we're seeing on the show here tonight. And it's such an honor to bring you these types of programs to our community. It's only possible because of you, seeing all the local chefs here. You get to, not only when we go to a restaurant, we can just get the food and like, oh, this is great. I mean, send my regards to the chef. Now we get to see the actual chefs and interact with them who are actually bringing us and cooking us these meals.
Well, not Dallas.
Well, not to us, no. just to Peter and Nancy. But this is possible because of you. That's how important you are to this station, producing shows like this and our ability to connect to our community. Every donation, no matter how big or small, made now shows us that you want this program to continue.
That is so right, Dallas. Plus, did you know if you want to try out cooking any of these recipes you see here today, you can go online to WNED.org/nowwe'recooking and grab the recipes there. Also, know that becoming a sustaining member right now shows your support for local cooking programs here on WNED PBS. Check out these thank you gifts.
Support your local WNED PBS station as a $6 monthly sustainer or $72 annually, and we'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron. Or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly, and we'll thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Or donate $150, and we'll thank you with a special Thyme-N-Honey cooking class for 2 people with Executive Chef Stephen Forman. This live cooking class will feature personal instruction in a small group setting. And if you love cooking as much as we do, join our new Now We're Cooking Club. For just $20 monthly or $240 annually, you'll receive invitations to exclusive quarterly in-studio culinary events and cooking demonstrations. Learn the latest information about local restaurants, find out about discounted and free class opportunities, receive an Now We're Cooking apron, and so much more. Your gift supports WNED, your local PBS station, and our efforts to highlight local restaurants and chefs. All you have to do is visit us online or call the number on your screen. Thank you.
No, thank you. Those all look really great, and we have a couple of them right here in studio with us right now. I can attest that they are very wonderful. I'm gonna grab this one to go home with me. We also have a little bamboo stand here. Oh, look at them together. Look at me on the screen. Hello, Mom. But thank you gift or not, your donation now tells us that you want to invest in more episodes of Now We're Cooking Live. Make this a series, but we can't do it without your support. You can also support other favorite cooking shows on your local PBS station, WNED.
And this station is home to all kinds of different programs that you know and love. You can trust your local PBS station to have anything you can imagine. That type of diversity is only made possible because of member support. We listen to you. So when you call and tell us you'd like to donate during this program, it tells us that you care about cooking shows for DIY shows. If you not only love our cooking shows, but maybe say our mysteries, we love the mysteries, science programs, Nova, Nature, love those, dramas like Endeavor and All Creatures Great and Small, we've got another season coming up, ooh, and more. Explore Passport at just $5 a month. Check out more about that service.
It was a moment of madness. It was the sanest thing I've ever done.
You have only known him a week.
Looks like paradise. I'll never stop loving you.
Who I am, or who I was. Call me Annika.
Looks like you put up a fight.
I always get to the truth.
You can no longer sit by and say, this isn't my problem.
I love Passport, and it's a little secret. Sometimes when I'm working, I'll put Passport down in the lower corner and I'll watch some shows while I'm working. It's multitasking, but it's one of the many perks you get when you support WNED PBS at just $5 a month or a higher pledge level. It's a much better investment than some of the other streaming services that you don't get to choose the price that you pay for it.
And it keeps going up every single month.
Yeah, we're not going to name any names, but you can get Passport for just $5 a month and even at a higher pledge level. We're going to go back into the kitchen, but just for a second, we're going to remind you of some of the thank you gifts that you can get when you support this program that you're watching right now.
They are sensational. There is our Now We're Cooking apron at $6 a month or $72 a year. We have the cookbook bamboo tablet cookbook stand, at $10 a month or $120 a year. And if you want to hang out with Chef Forman, we have the Thyme-N-Honey gift certificate at $150. That's the gift you can go home with. And now we have the Now We're Cooking Club, which is $20 a month or $240 a year, and it has some really great perks to being a member of that club. Now let's go back to the kitchen where we are getting, I believe, one more chef for the evening. Head over there now.
Chef Torrell, welcome back.
Hey. What's up? What's up, everybody?
And I'm spying out here. You've got a fan club out here. You've got people with your picture on your shirt.
Amazing, amazing.
They have your pictures on their shirts. That is great.
I have a cult following up there. Thank you, guys.
Love it, love it. All right, so what are you going to make tonight?
We're doing an amazing sheet tray chicken shawarma. It's going to make, I say you cook shawarma, it makes the kitchen warmer.
Yes.
One thing I said I was going to do, and I want to do it. Can we do a quick wave in the audience to wake you guys up?
All
Starting
right.
over there. Ready? Wave, go. All right.
All right, we got to do it too.
That made my whole night. So chicken shawarma is like street food. It's Mediterranean. It's super easy. We're using boneless, skinless thighs from Wegmans, of course. It was super, super easy. You take the thighs, you put them into your bowl.
And thighs over chicken breast because they just impart more flavor. Is that why?
More flavor.
Just the price point a little lower?
A little bit. This
Photo bombing you.
guy.
Listen, what we want to say is right now, Chef Fred is retiring, and he has blessed our community for over 40 years. And we wanted to let him know that you've contributed so much to so many people's lives. We want you to know that you are a blessed man, and we appreciate everything that you've done for Wegmans and for Western New York. Thank you.
Steve Forman.
That is great.
My night is over. Thank you, everybody.
How do we top that, right?
I don't even know where to go from there, but thank you. Thank you for that.
That's amazing.
The thigh has got a lot of flavor. You could use back to work.
What are we talking about?
I'm on the clock again. A little bit of olive oil in there. And
always a professional.
Yep. I used the shaker in the last segment. This shaker is the Tuscan seasoned shaker. These are in our spice aisle. And this recipe and all these recipes that we do in the stores, and what I've done tonight is at Wegmans.com. Just go to recipes, go in the search box. You can search shawarma, you can search braised short ribs, they're all gonna come up. So I've got that shaker, I poured that right in here with the olive oil, and now I'm gonna arrange these thighs on the cookie sheet accordingly with some parchment paper, of course. The oven is going to be set very high on this one. I've got some sliced red onions too, same thing.
Right in there.
A little bit of oil, and I do these separate just to make sure the spices are mingling properly. A little bit more on there, I think a little bit like that.
Can't have too much spice.
Nope, and this Tuscan spice is Mediterranean. The flavors that it imparts is super Mediterranean. It tastes so wonderful, and the aroma and aromatics when you cook this, the whole kitchen smells of that spice. So we've got the onions spread around there, we've got the chicken thighs, and again, you could use skin on. I just prefer boneless, skinless thighs for this. And you're gonna pop this in the oven at 450 for about 10 minutes or so. This is a dish, though, you do want to use your meat thermometer. We're looking for 165 or higher. I see a lot of chefs in the audience, they know that number. We usually shoot for about 170 just to make sure that everything's cooked through. We also broil that, so we're going to cook that for about 10 minutes till we hit that 165 or above. Then we're going to hit that broiler really quick. I usually slide the parchment off at that point. I don't want the broiler to burn my parchment paper. And you don't have to use parchment if you don't want to. So that's basically that technique. So,
sheet pan dinners are they're wonderful because they're so easy. They're great for weeknights because you just put everything on one pan and just let it go to work.
Let it go to work. So I'm going off script a little bit. This is in the spirit of Chef Bob Stalin's. Chef LeVar is out there, he knows. This is something we've done in our stores for years and years. We take our pizza dough and we stretch it out with a little bit of olive oil and we grill it. So I'm making my own naan bread tonight, folks.
Nice.
Off script. So we're gonna take a little bit of this pizza dough. If there's a hole or two, that's okay. We're gonna put a little bit of that Tuscan shaker on there. And out of one dough ball, you're gonna get 8 of these naans.
Oh my gosh.
I've got 6 here. I got 2 more in the back room I didn't use. Right into that cast iron. So we're using cast iron because it's too cold to be grilling out, but you can use your grill. You wanna make sure your grill is nice and clean, lightly oiled to make sure it doesn't stick. And then you wanna let your dough sit on your cast iron or your grill for about 30 seconds to a minute. This is on medium high. I'm still getting to learn this stove. It almost burned my short ribs on me, so I wanna be careful. But you wanna make sure you get a good heat on that. And you're gonna brown both sides, again, for about 30 to 60 seconds per side, depending on your stove. You could use a flat, skillet. Doesn't have to be a cast iron. I just love cast iron skillets. It gives you a really good rounded, even heat.
And you didn't have to coat the pan because you had oil on the naan, right?
Naan was coated with the oil, so we're gonna let that cook for just another minute or two. Pan's getting a little bit hot.
Okay.
I've got some that are done. So we've got these, again, enough for the audience, I think.
So great.
This is what they look like when they're done, and these were all cooked in this pan a little while ago.
I tried to grab one. I almost got my fingers cut off with the knife.
Yeah, it was in the dressing room. There was a lot of people fighting over these. But it's a great way to just kind of warm up the kitchen. Also a good way to use dough. A lot of people don't know you can cook dough like this. So we've got those. I'm going to put a couple of these down while that's finishing up over there. And we're going to cut these up. Schwarma is, like I said, it's a street food. It's like gyro or gyro for the Greek food. It's often done on a spit and it's sliced. We're doing ours in the oven. There you go, turn that over.
Much easier.
We're using the oven, a lot easier, and again, it's more controllable. But a lot of times it's formed and the meat is sliced. Sometimes people will get bamboo skewers, stick them into a piece of squash or another element and basically line their meats up on that and roast it in the oven and cook that through and then slice that. That's another way of doing it at home. We're not doing that today, but we're having some fun with the oven. So I will grab with the magic of TV. We've got, and I'm not using a pot holder because my hands are like leather. 40 years of restaurants. I don't need a pot holder anymore.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Again, I just want to make sure.
The onions are crispy and the chicken is nicely browned.
The naan's getting that color we're looking for. All right, we just kind of let that finish off over there. All right, so we got the chicken, we got the naan. So it's all about the arrangement of the plate. So I want to get these here. I'm going to cut these up a little bit. Now you could do kind of like what Stephen was doing. You could make a taco. You could do pita. We've got pitas over here. We've got naans. You could roll it up and form it that way. We're going to go a little bit different. We're going to do like a chip and basically like nachos.
Nice.
So we're going to arrange it on the tray like that.
So while you're doing that, 40 years, wonderful career. Do you have a highlight in your career that was just one of those moments that was just, really defined your career, or that you think back on and said, wow, this was one of my best things I've done?
A lot of my highlights are in the audience right now, and I'm looking at them.
That's great. That's nice.
The highlights, watching people develop and watching them grow and learn for a company that's just amazing, that I've been able to work for 25 years this month. So it's just been a great ride and a lot of fun. And I love food, so I was doing what I love to do.
That's great.
So this here, I didn't talk a lot about this, but this is basically just some couscous. I've got some red, some regular. I've got chickpeas in here. I've got some lentils, bulgur wheat, and we're putting that in there. And there's a part of shawarma that really, truly makes it street food, and that is dill pickle spears. So we've got dill pickles over here. And I lined these up too, because you and I were looking at these earlier. I mean, dill pickle hummus, the sweet potato hummus. I was looking for hummuses, and I'm allergic to hummus. And funny to find out, because I'm allergic to chickpea or to tahini and sesame seeds, but the half of these don't have sesame seeds in them. So I was looking for them, and I was like, these are totally up my alley.
Well, unfortunately, we just have a little over a minute left.
All right, I'm going quick. We got the pickles. We've got our chicken. You've got to taste this. We got to beat the clock here. So I'm slicing this wonderful thigh up, going over here, our shawarma.
And I'm just going to grab this little one here.
And we've got these caramelized onions going over the top. And then I've got the hummus. And my secret is a little pastry bag.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to hit those pita wedges like that. Like that, get a little fun on there, a little fresh herbs on top.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Hopefully you guys can see that.
Oh my gosh. So beautiful.
And I would be remorse if I didn't do a shout out to my lovely wife, Beth. 39 years marriage. This coming up this year. I love you, honey.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations. All right, you didn't tell us about
we didn't do the
hot
habanero.
sauce.
Well, Peter told me not to put this on there. We've got habanero hot sauce. I'm going to go light, but that's like a finishing touch if you like heat.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Can we get a bam one more time?
Yeah, bam.
There we go.
Bam. I'm going to try that with the hot sauce on it. And the onions, the crispy onions. So
All right.
beautiful. All right.
What do you think? This is like Peter. Can't talk. It's a lot. Good? Thumbs up?
Wonderful.
All right. That's what
I
we
put
wanted
too
to hear.
much in my mouth, though. Wonderful.
All right. So you guys
Thank you
learned.
so much.
Learned a little bit. We can make naan at home now, and shawarma. Thank you so much, everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
My
And all the
pleasure.
best in retirement.
Thank you.
So before we wrap up for tonight, let's go back over to Dallas Taylor and Heather Hare one last time. They're going to tell you how to support WNED PBS and other programs like Now We're Cooking Live. Sorry, I still am eating the chicken. So Heather and Dallas, take it away.
That is another amazing looking dish by a very talented local chef. And I have to tell you, I fell in love with my husband while eating a chicken shawarma off the street in Ottawa. But it wasn't pickles, it was pickled turnips. And I've never eaten anything again that was so good. And it's just so special that we can celebrate things like that from our community together in one place like we are here today in the studio. So if you enjoyed this program as much as we did, let us know. By making a financial contribution to this station now, you will tell us that you like this program and want to bring it back. Without your support, we cannot do this program. So call now and make your pledge of support. And don't forget, if you want to try out any of these recipes you see here tonight, you can find them at WNED.org/nowwe'recooking.
Yeah, I can't wait to check out the website and try some of these recipes at home with supervision, because I will make a mess and possibly cause some trouble.
No, I think you're supposed to make a mess with this one.
Oh, that's right. That's what the apron's for. That's right. But with this program, like Heather was saying, this program is only possible with your support. We've had a number of people call in, making their voice heard that they love this program, they want to see more of it, and we would like to see more of it, but we can't do it without your help. This program does not survive without your financial support. So we've been talking a lot about monthly giving, but also your one-time donation is equally as important to this station. And when you donate, you can get yourself a nice little thank you gift.
Support your local WNED PBS station as a $6 monthly sustainer or $72 annually, and we'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron. Or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly, and we'll thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Or donate $150, and we'll thank you with a special Thyme-N-Honey cooking class for 2 people with executive chef Stephen Forman. This live cooking class will feature personal instruction in a small group setting. And if you love cooking as much as we do, join our new Now We're Cooking Club. For just $20 monthly or $240 annually, you'll receive invitations to exclusive quarterly in-studio culinary events and cooking demonstrations. Learn the latest information about local restaurants, find out about discounted and free class opportunities, receive a Now We're Cooking apron, and so much more. Your gift supports WNED, your local PBS station, and our efforts to highlight local restaurants and chefs. All you have to do is visit us online or call the number on your screen. Thank you.
Your donation supports the creativity and engaging nature of cooking programs here on your station, WNED PBS. When you call or go online to financially support this station and this program, it also lets us know that you want this show to continue to happen. Before we say goodnight for the night, we want to take a moment to thank everyone involved in today's production. We couldn't have done this successfully without you.
That's right. We want to give a warm thank you to our sponsors and our partners today. So let's give a warm round of applause and say thank you to Artisan Kitchens and Baths, who are the donors of our fabulous kitchen set. And we want to give a thank you to Wegmans for feeding our audience this evening and for some of the audience members here. Thank you to Corning Museum of Glass for some of our set decorations and our audience pre-show giveaway. One round of applause for them as well. and to Maureen's Buffalo Wholesale Flower Market for the beautiful flowers that we have on set this evening. We also want to give a thank you to Cabinet Reface Direct for sponsoring the show. Also, thank you to Buffalo Spree for sponsoring the show. To Edible Western New York and Erie Lakeshore Magazine. And a thank you to everyone who's called to support this program today. Again, your financial support and vote of programming are essential to local PBS station. Even though the program is ending soon, you still have plenty of time to call or go online and donate to this station. Again, we cannot do this without you, so please pick up the phone or pick up the phone to go online and go to the website and make your pledge of donation to support programs like this, support local restaurants, support local chefs that we have in our community. Let's do it all together.
In addition, a huge thank you to our dedicated chefs who continue to share their own time and skills to benefit our community. Together, let's thank Stephen Forman, Jaspal Bath, Fred Torrell, the cheering section, Bryn Suphankomut, and now let's head back to the kitchen one last time to say goodbye to our hosts and chefs.
Well, thank you. We're here with a very special surprise for Chef Torrell on his retirement. So it's a beautiful cake here with your picture on it.
This is a beautiful cake. Look at that picture of Chef Fred. This is kind of like an impromptu celebration for his retirement. You guys, his whole crew over there supporting him and everything.
Yeah, you guys are the best. This is a lot of fun. I mean, what a great night, great food, great cause, and what a great team. And you guys coming out, give yourselves a round of applause for coming out.
You want to cut the cake?
I'll cut it.
There you go.
All right.
All right, make your wish. Yeah.
Good to go.
Old.
So when's your actual retirement date?
December 24th.
Oh, perfect timing, right for the holidays.
Busiest day of the year at Wegmans.
Excellent. I can imagine they're going to try to keep you a little bit longer.
I'm getting a cough.
I love the.
All good. It's going to be a riot. Can't wait to go. And my wife just retired recently, so the two of us are going to be going south and snowbirding. So thank you, everybody. This is great.
Well, congratulations on it.
Thank you.
Had a great career.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's wonderful to see the camaraderie in the chef community. You know, you can tell you genuinely like each other. You know, you work together a lot. It's just wonderful, the support that you have for each other. So nice to have. And as Heather in Dallas were saying, it's Restaurant Week. Support your local restaurants, support your local chefs, because, you know, they're here for us all the time. Let's give back to them and go out and patronize their restaurants.
And let's have another just big thank you once again to everybody. You know, Chef Jaspal Bath, India Gate with 2 locations, and of course, Chef Bryn with 1 location, but soon, soon to be back on Elmwood Avenue. That's great, and
2
thanks.
Locations.
2 locations.
Yes.
2.
Well, really? Excellent. How are you going to pull that off?
I don't know yet.
Chef Bath has some tips on how to run 2 places at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Chef Kim, thank you so much for coming down as well.
He has Water Lily Cafe.
Okay, Water Lily Cafe. And Chef Forman, you're so shy. So once again, you do a Facebook class.
Yeah, so we kind
That's
of...
free, right?
Yeah, it's free.
Everybody.
We used to do... Well, right now it's on pause because I'm very busy. I deal with the Buffalo Bills and the Buffalo Sabres. Anybody know the score?
It was 2-1 last I checked. Canadians, yeah.
Well, anyways, I do that, and then Rochester property. I oversee all 3 of those. I'm the regional, so I oversee all those properties. So it's been difficult for us to keep our Thursdays the last couple of months, but for 3 years, we were doing every Thursday live cooking demonstrations for free on Facebook.
Okay, so you're teaching. You're going to retire from teaching.
Yes.
You're thinking about teaching, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Chef Ren? Opening a restaurant, that's enough. Okay.
I could teach,
but who has time for that?
A quick special thank you to all our chef coordinators, all the crew members,
yes.
our lovely volunteers who answered the phones, to each and every one of you in our studio audience and at our home audience. Again, thank you to our fantastic chefs. This was a wonderful evening.
Thank you.